Holy Gospel according to St. Luke, the 6th chapter.
Glory to you, Lord.
And then Jesus looked up at his disciples and said, Blessed are you who are poor, for yours is the kingdom of God. Blessed are you who are hungry now, for you will be filled. Blessed are you who weep now, for you will laugh. Blessed are you when people hate you, and when they exclude you, revile you, and defame you on the account of the Son of Man. Rejoice in that day and leap for joy, for surely your reward is great in heaven. For that is what their ancestors did to the prophets. But woe to you who are rich, for you have received your consolation. Woe to you who are full now, for you will be hungry. Woe to you who are laughing now, for you will mourn and weep. Woe to you when all speak well of you, for that is what their ancestors did to the false prophets. But I say to you that listen, love your enemies. Do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, pray for those who abuse you. If anyone strikes you on the cheek, offer the other also. And from anyone who takes away your coat, do not withhold even your shirt. Give to everyone who begs from you. And if anyone takes away your goods, do not ask for them again. Do to others as you would have them do to you. The Gospel of the Lord. As I was just talking to the kids, right? This weekend, churches around the world commemorate the festival of All Saints. Today, not unlike any other day that we gather for worship, is a stunning act of radical defiance. I don't think that we often consider how revolutionary, countercultural, or rebellious worship actually is. Mostly, Sunday mornings seem pretty tame. However, the truth is, they are anything but tame. We live in a world which fears, cheapens, sensationalizes, and defiles death. And in response to all of that, the church invites us to do the extraordinary, to linger at the grave in grief, remembrance, gratitude, and with expectation. It's true that that in the midst of life we are in death. This reality of being mortal is one we all know subconsciously. But we endeavor to stave off the inevitable as long as possible, which makes complete sense, right? We are taught that life is a gift and it is worth living. And death attempts to rip all of that away. But the church, in fact Jesus, offers us a deeper truth, that in the midst of death, we are promised life. And that hopeful promise echoes longer and rings truer than the thunder and the clamor of the gravestone. That is the Easter promise we cling to in the resurrection. But this clinging, this cleaving to the promise of life, is desperately hard. There seems to be little blessing in death, little blessing in struggling, little blessing in our tears and sorrow. And so the words that Jesus uses, they sting smartly just as much as they offer assurance. Grief leaves us feeling like we have our faces flattened against a cold, cloudy window. And what we love for and long for is just beyond our reach. Often leaving us wondering if the dawn will ever break or tomorrow ever come. When we are grieving, whether it's the loss of a dream or the loss of relationship, it's common, I'm sure you all have had this experience, it's common to encounter well-meaning people who wish to comfort us, by reminding us of God's ineffable ways. And they'll say things like, blessed are the poor, blessed are the hungry, blessed are those who weep, blessed are the hated, because you'll receive your reward, heaven awaits. And this twists the words of Christ, offering us cheap comfort and telling us our loss is part of a larger plan and a bigger mystery. One that somehow we cannot know from here, but that someday we'll understand. Well, here is the thing. I have a tremendous tolerance for mystery and a great capacity to abide in the unknown. I have no problem with the grays of life. But when it comes to suffering, in all of its complex varieties in which we experience it, it's not enough to chalk it up to mystery or to a larger plan. It's not that I'm not interested in the bigger mystery, or that heaven side I may eventually understand it all. It's just that someday is not sufficient to get me through this day. Someday is not enough to move me from one moment to the next moment. And so it's crucial to recognize that when Jesus says to us, blessed are the poor, blessed are the hungry, blessed are those who weep, blessed are the hated, he's not giving ethical recommendations, nor is he saying that this is how life should be, or that it's part of the larger plan. What Jesus is doing is turning us to look at the one thing that has never left, the thing that does grace the days of grief, the thing that does abide in desperation and continues to shine brightly in the darkness. And that thing that Jesus turns us to is hope. For the poor, the hungry, the weeping, the hated, the grieving, hope is the stubborn thing that compels us to look for the dawn even as night is falling. Hope is not always comforting or comfortable. Hope asks us to open ourselves up to what we do not know. Hope asks us to pray for inspiration in this life, to imagine what is beyond our imagining, and to bear what seems unbearable. Hope asks us to keep breathing when the loved lives have left us. And hope asks us to turn toward one another when we might prefer to turn away. Hope draws our eyes and hearts towards the future, while simultaneously accompanying us in the present. And so my prayer for you all today is that may you know the hope we claim in Jesus is not just for someday, but it is for this day, here and now in this moment. And may that hope sing loud and true within your beating heart, even when there seems little cause. And may that hope raise you from grief and from the dead. Amen.